who scored a touchdown earlier on that same play.
First down certainly tells the story as to what the score is here this afternoon. Carter 15 and Judson all but 2. And we're at the 7:24 mark and counting, third quarter. First and 10 from the 22. Oh, the pass across the middle. He's got a Marcus Grant. Touchdown, Carter. Freddie James, and what happened, guys? We score again? Leading receiver this year, Marcus Grant, 22-yard reception.
What he was saying, guys, that's just the way I drew it up, and it worked. See, if you guys listen to me, it'll work just like that.
Harold Jones gets the call this time as the place kicker. It's automatic. Extra point is up and good, and the score stands 31-0. The Cowboys lead the Rockets as we take out this break. We'll be right back.
Care Chiropractic Center cares about Austin. Bring in 12 cans of food donated to the Capital Area Food Bank and receive all service on your first visit at no cost. Services include consultation, comprehensive examination, x-rays if needed, and adjustment. If you suffer from headaches, dizziness, loss of sleep, muscle or joint pain in your neck, arms, legs, or back, Care Chiropractic Center can help. Call Care Chiropractic Center and get relief at no cost to you while helping Austin's needy.
When you bite Dentyne, that snappy flavor bites you back. And that tingle freshens your breath. Dentyne, the gum that bites you back.
Hemorrhoids, they hurt, burn, and swell. Over the years, more doctors have recommended Anusol than Preparation H to relieve the hurting. Anusol is the word to remember for relief.
At Callahan's General Store, every department is filled with great Christmas gift ideas. In the feed department, you'll find toys, food, and supplies for pets, as well as feed and tack for horses. Western Wear has everything you need to outfit someone from head to toe. Hardware can help you fix up your favorite repair person. Housewares will delight anyone with their heart in the country or in the kitchen. Come on over and Christmas shop at Callahan's General Store, 501 Bastrop Highway, just a half-mile south of the river.
Okay, we see here on the ISO replay that Robert Hall just dropped straight back, and he had Marcus Grant on the inside in that particular formation. He takes it down the middle on the post pattern for the touchdown. See the Carter scoring drive, 5 plays, only 54 yards. Again, good field position for Carter, and that drive only took 1 minute and 22 seconds, capped off by the 22-yard touchdown pass from Hall to Grant.
Harold Jones kicks off. It'll be Kyle. Just short of the 20, and boy, is he popped. Vincent Kyle, number 33, hit big time by Joseph Tips. Don't forget, at the conclusion of today's ball game, Drew and I will be selecting the most valuable player for this year's 5A championship game. The MVP is sponsored by Pepsi. Pepsi will present the school with a $500 contribution to their General High School Scholarship Fund, as well as a plaque on his behalf. That coming up at the end of today's ball game. First and 10 from the 20. Givers to Kyle.
Judson Rockets need a big play, Scott. They need it. I see number 22, Kyle Arnell, coming back into the football game. He has fumbled the ball twice in this game, but he is their big play man on offense. They got to try to get the ball to him, whether it's in a running situation or a screen pass, a draw, something to get something going for their offense.
Second and 8 from the 22. Pitch back. Arnell around the near side. Jesse Armstead again there to lead the way for Carter.
Again, the pursuit of the Carter defense Arnell has some running room to the outside. Looks like he's got some real estate to make something happen. And here comes the pursuit. First the cornerback and then the rest of the inside people. That's what they like to do. Funnel everything to the inside so their All-American Armstead can make the tackle.
3rd and 5 from the 25 on the draw. Abraham, check it, it's Kyle. And the tackle made by Abraham.
Again, that looked like Kyle Arnell had some running room there, but the pursuit, the quickness of the Carter secondary, the total defense is just unbelievable.
Well, the two running backs, if it sounds like we're saying the name Kyle quite a bit, there's Vincent Kyle and then there's Kyle Arnell.
They're the Kyle boys down in Austin. They had a great year. Both of them rushed for over 1,000 yards this year.
Grant brought down almost immediately by Darnell Stevens, who is the punt returner and the cornerback for Judson.
Take a look at D.W. Rutledge there, Scott. D.W. was a defensive coordinator back in 1983 when Judson won the state championship, and then the next year he became the head coach. So, you know he's got to be hurting to know that they have scored, 31 points on his vaunted defense. So he's got to take this a little personal, I'm sure. He's got to get these guys fired up to see if they can stop Carter right now.
1st and 10 from the 35. Carter leading by a score of 31-0 over Judson. 4:58 and counting as we wind down the 3rd quarter of play. Second and 11 with a loss of 1 on the last play from the 34. Oh, nice fake. Jones, pickup of about 5 before he is finally tackled by Mike Word. Robert Hall goes one way and Jones comes back the other for a pickup of about 5.
Robert Hall, what a ball handler here. That's a draw play, a delayed draw. David Jones just sets up like he's going to block, and Hall hands him the ball around on the opposite side so the defense can't see it. But the Rocket defense reacted pretty well on that play, Scott. We have a 3rd and 7 situation.
From the 38. And Hall will pass. Intercepted. Robert Reed will take it in for the first score of the day. Judson's on the scoreboard. Robert Hall had all kinds of time, but fired it out in the flat, and Robert Reed was there to wait and picked it off. Only his 2nd interception of the year, but the sophomore 195-pounder did the rest. Took it in from 38 yards away, and as a result, Judson on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. Football. Kick is up and good. So with 3:57 to be played in the 3rd quarter, Judson finally cracks it.
Play action pass in the backfield there. This play has been working to the flanks all day long, but this time Robert Reed is out there waiting, and there's no Carter receiver, and Reed takes it all the way back for the 38-yard touchdown. And that's what Judson needs. They needed a big play like that. Hopefully that'll get the momentum going, shift it back to their side. And Coach Rutledge, I'm sure, is proud of that because their defense is what made that happen for the Judson Rockets.
Carter, of course, still leads by 24, but you wonder if maybe on the other side of the field, Freddie James is second-guessing himself about putting the ball up in the air. They have run all right. They have passed well. They have a lead of 31-0 prior to that touchdown. But keep the ball on the ground, make the clock your ally, and use the time up. But suddenly it is 31-7.
Well, I think they should continue to throw the ball, but they still have to work on that clock. That time was just a bad pass by Robert Hall. There was no Carter receiver out there, and he had somebody in his face, so maybe he just was thrown to where somebody should have been, but the only person there was Robert Reed, and he took it all the way in for the score.
Too early for an onside kick. Indeed it is. He'll kick it away. Taken in about the 2. Edwards up around the 20, 25. He got some room on the far side, and finally just short of the 30-yard line. Gary Edwards is finally brought down by Darnell Stevens.
Nice return by Gary Edwards on the play. Gary Edwards is a 4-5 guy, and he can run with that football. He gets some nice blocking from his return team. Oh, takes a great lick there by Darnell Stevens, a sophomore.
So Carter gets the ball back again. 3:50 left, third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 29, live from Texas Stadium. Harper across the 30. Brent McCullum on the tackle.
We see on the ground level shot here that Harper takes the ball. That's the same ball, same play that they ran to make the touchdown, and they've been using it effectively so far in this game. Picks up some yardage on that play. Now we have a 2nd and 6. Picked up 4 yards on the play, Scott.
2nd and 6, Drew, from the 33. 3:10 and counting, third period. Grant in motion. The give again is to Harper. We've got a flag on the play as he's brought down again by Brent McCullum after a gain of maybe 1. It's against Carter. Illegal shift. So that'll take the ball back about 5 yards.
Scott, probably for the first time in this ball game, we see Carter a little rattled as far as their confidence is concerned. And you see Judson starting to rise to the occasion and picking up their confidence level. Let's see if they can keep it up and sustain it.
Cowboys have a 24-point lead. And 2nd and 11 from their own 28. Grant again in motion. All with some time, finds some running room up close to a 1st down. Across the 35 and finally pushed out of bounds at about the 37. The 2 linebackers, Senna and McCullum, there to cover up.
The play action pass on the play. You can see the ball action again by Robert Hall. He looks downfield. Judson had some good coverage downfield, so he takes it in and he puts it away. He runs and he gets a nice gain close to the 1st down. 3rd and 2.
From the 37. A short 3rd and 2. Give us to the man that they always give it to in this situation, Harper. And Mike Wirt on the tackle. Let's get down to the sidelines right now. Here's Chris.
Okay, we've got a high school version of Leroy Neiman here. This is Elwood Blackman, an alumnus of Carter, who is creating an artwork in front of it. Explain what we got here.
This is a play of the defense here playing. You have Armstead making the tackle here.
You know it's a realistic work of art right here. Number 46, Armstead, going right to the ball. This is going to hang beside the state trophy if Carter can hold on, guys.
All right, Chris, thank you much. 31-7. They have done well so far. 2:02 left, third quarter. And it's enough for the 1st down, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. We'll call it the 39, even though it's a little short of that. Ball again. Gives to Harper. Big gain up the middle. McCullum again there. The 5'10 linebacker. He's only a junior. Leads a team in solo tackles with 26 on the year and has assisted on 65 others. He always seems to be there.
Scott, what they've been doing is running to the left side, and that's where the Rockets have 2 sophomores starting at defensive left end and defensive left tackle. So Carter's taking advantage of running against that inexperience. These guys have gone through a whole season, played 15 games. This is 16 games, but they're still young, and Carter's running right at that, the young side, the inexperienced side, the Rocket defense.
Toss back to Marcus Grant around the near side. Nothing there. On the 2nd and 2, he's still short. McCollum again, the tackler.
That time they get good pursuit. Again, they run into Carter's running to their left, the defensive right side. There's a pitch out to Marcus Grant. It gets some blocking, but the pursuit of the Rocket defense, led by number 24, Brent McCollum, puts him away. We got a 3rd and 2, Scott.
3rd and 2 with 57 seconds left, 3rd quarter, from the 47. And again, it's Harper. He's pushed back, but not before he picked up the first down. Derwin Gray and McCollum again on the tackle, combining to stop Harper, but as we said, not before he got across midfield and into Judson territory with another first down for Carter.
Carter doing a nice job of controlling the ball, football on the ground, trying to eat up some clock as the the 3rd quarter winds down, but Judson's got to do something to try to stop the Carter offense and get that ball back for their offense.
Again, and again, running room up the middle. Some great holes opening up as a result of the great offensive line of Carter. Gray on the stop for Judson, but again, not before Carter picks up another first down.
Let's give some credit to Ivory Dillard, number 78, and Joe Birch, number 55, opening up some big holes for Harvey Harper to run through. Now Carter has it going. Here's the stats on Harper: 16 rushes, 71 yards. Now they got the running game going to go along with that potent passing game.
Close to 5 yards per carry as far as the average goes on Harper on the afternoon. 1st and 10 from the 35 of Judson. 2nd man through. That looks to be Edwards. Indeed it is, number 2, Edwards. Sena on the tackle, and the flag. It's against Carter, so they'll bring it back. Carter with the rushing yards, 118, almost double what Judson has. And they have rolled up a good part of that on this particular series here in the 3rd quarter.
And when they hurt themselves, Scott, with penalties, they always seem to have the ability to overcome it. Now we have a 1st and 15 situation. We're going to get a timeout on the field as the quarter ends, but they've always had the ability to overcome the adversity once again, and that's with field position. And we got a 1st and 15, but so far it hasn't meant anything to Carter. It hasn't stopped it.
Cowboys lead the Rockets 31-7. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter right after this.
In these tough economic times, not everyone can afford that new car. Until times get better, why not put renewed life into that good old car? At Southwestern Motor Rebuilders, we'll put new life into your car, and at a price you can afford. We'll rebuild your engine or replace it with one of our new quality rebuild motors. We rebuild just about any engine and guarantee most for 1 year or 12,000 miles. Southwestern Motor Rebuilders, servicing Austin since 1986 and still running.
This Christmas, the lowest possible prices are at Austin City Music, like electric guitars starting at $89.95, guitar amps from just $29.95, acoustic guitars starting at $49.95, and drum sets from only $199.95. Buy 1 set of guitar strings, get 1 set free. Buy 1 pair of Pro Mark drumsticks, get another pair for $1. Get the lowest possible prices this Christmas at Austin City Music, South I-35 at William Cannon in the HEB Center.
The spirit of Texas.
KBVO TV 42, Austin.
Today's game. brought to you by Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. And by the Heartbeat of America, today's Chevy truck, who invites you to experience the '89 Chevrolets and listen to your heartbeat. Scott Murray along with Drew Pearson. Well, they exchanged touchdowns, but that's not going to help the Judson cause.
No, they got to get it together a little more defensively. We're into the fourth quarter now, and they're still down 31-7. So they got to get something going. Maybe their defense can come up with another big play.
1st and 10 as we start the fourth quarter of play. Check it 1st and 15 as a result of the penalty right there at the end of the third quarter. Pass intended for Marcus Grant, incomplete. As we take a look at the stats from the third quarter of play. After 3 quarters, total yards 303 for Carter and 71 for Judson, and need we say more?
That's definitely been the difference in this ball game. And the ball control right now in the second half by the Carter Cowboys. They're dominating. They were even in the first half as far as time of possession, but right now Carter has to be way ahead in time of possession.
2nd and 15 from the 40 of Judson. Hall will pass. Intended receiver was Marcus Grant, but good coverage on the part of Mike Hendricks.
Yeah, Hendricks had him covered all the way on that one, Scott, and Grant lined up wide on that play. Didn't give him himself much sideline to work against, and that time Hendricks just kind of used himself and the sideline to cover Marcus Grant.
11:52 to be played in this ball game. As we take a look at the offensive plays in the second half, Carter almost over 3-1 over Judson. This time we go to Gary Edwards on the far sideline. Does a couple of 360s and is finally pushed out of bounds by Brent McCullum.
Carter likes to use a short passing game because when they just get the ball, their athletes, and make something happen, you know, they can usually do something with it. Watch this little short pass to Gary Carter, a little shake and bake along the sideline, and he picks up about 6-7 extra yards as he goes out of bounds.
Darnell Stevens to receive the punt from Harold Jones, and it is not one of his better efforts. So we'll take a timeout with 11:37 to be played in today's ball game. Cowboys lead the Rockets 31-7.
Pepsi is offering a special $5 rebate with the purchase of an ET video and Pepsi.
Every new Chevrolet Corsica is protected by a 3-year, 50,000-mile bumper-to-bumper plus warranty. Because we know when you've got a family, you don't need anything else to worry about.
The heartbeat of America.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Not only has the new fuel-injected Chevrolet Corsica LT helped bring down the cost of performance, it's also been designed to handle something many sports sedans can't: your family.
The memorable action of the 5A championship game can be yours forever. Order your VHS video copy of the 1988 Texas 5A championship game as the Dallas Carter Cowboys battle the Converse Judson Rockets. Only $14.95 plus $3 shipping and handling, Visa and MasterCard accepted. Call 512-476-1054 or mail your check or money order to TBG Sports, 1717 West 6th Street, Suite 260, Austin, Texas, 78703. Allow 4 to 5 weeks delivery. It's the best in Texas high school football.
31-7 is how we stand. And again, they hustle back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from their own 13. Judson trying to make something happen. This is the fourth and final quarter. Pass is complete. Tommy Ramey. Savage on the coverage for Carter.
Talk about Jesse Armstead, the All-American linebacker. You see him coming up the middle. He shoots the gap. Number 62 for Judson could not stop him, and he puts the pressure on Ramey to make him throw it in a hurry. They do complete the pass, but for no gain.
2nd and 10 as a result from the 13. Pitch back to Arnell. Mashed in on the tackle after a gain of about 1.
Scott, the running game is not going to be there this afternoon for the Judson Rockets, and they're going to have to put that ball in the air. And I'm not just talking about throws to the flat. They're going to have to try to work the middle of the Carter defense, throw something in the 20 to 25 yard range, maybe even go deep once in a while. They got to loosen up this defense. Right now they're keying on the run.
Still short of the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11 from the 12. Flag on the play. Pass is complete. Finally pushed out of bounds. Andy Skelton, first reception for him this afternoon. Some of the Carter contingent here from Dallas, looking for the Cowboys to win their first ever state championship. Illegal motion against Judson. So that's declined, and that brings up 4th and 5, and that'll force the punt.
We go to the replay here, see if we can see somebody move. It looked like the quarterback tried to pull out of there. He had somebody in motion, and the quarterback moved. He gave him a move like he was pulling out of there. When a quarterback does that and somebody else is moving, then it's going to be definitely illegal motion.
Nice high spiral. Fair catch is called. And that's where the Carter Cowboys will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 40. 9:59 to be played in today's ball game. We'll be back with more right after this.
At Callahan's General Store, every department is filled with great Christmas gift ideas. In the feed department, you'll find toys, food, and supplies for pets, as well as feed and tack for horses. Western Wear has everything you need to outfit someone from head to toe. Hardware can help you fix up your favorite repair person. Housewares will delight anyone with their heart in the country or in the kitchen. Come on over and Christmas shop at Callahan's General Store, 501 Bastrop Highway, just a half mile south of the river.
I eat sausage with onions with your president, and my wife is telling me get losky. So, I'll take a Clorette's.
Hello, my little babushka. Only Clorette's has Actazole with chlorophyll. Gets rid of bad breath fast.
When the burning, itching, and soreness of hemorrhoids flare up, Tux medicated pads give you soothing, cooling relief on contact. For hemorrhoid flare-up, get Tux from Park Davis.
In today's economy, I want to give Christmas gifts that will be cherished forever. That's why I buy jewelry for family and friends at Russell Corman Company at 38th and Lamar. I know I can count on Russell Corman to have the very best prices on pearls, diamonds, 14-karat gold, and sterling silver jewelry without the sales gimmicks. Russell Corman Company, 38th and Lamar. You can't buy fine jewelry for a better price.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium. Scott Murray and Drew Pearson with 9:59 remaining in today's ball game. Carter leading 31-7. They have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 40. Harper on the carry and brought down by McCullum. Pickup of 3 on the play. Second and 7 from the 43. Marcus Grant in motion. Oh, it's going to be picked off. No, it's dropped. Robert Reed couldn't hold on. Let's go down to the sidelines and Chris.
Okay, fellas, I'm here with John Fontes of the coaching Fontes family. His brother Wayne is with the Detroit Lions. John is with LSU, in charge of recruiting Dallas for the Bayou Bengals. Rate the talent in Dallas as a metropolitan area. Is it still as good as it always has been?
It's as good as it always has been. Some years are better than most. But right now, it's an even keel with what we expected to be here in Dallas. It compares favorably with the Miami, the large metropolitan areas like the Dallas, the Houston area. You're going to find it has the good years and bad years, not so good years. This is a good year for the Dallas area.
Okay, stand by, John. Let's go back upstairs. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
3rd and 7 from the 43. Pitch back. Mitchell around the left side across the 45. Hendricks on the tackle. And let's go back downstairs to Chris.
Okay, fellas. John, I know you've placed a bigger emphasis on academics in recruiting the past couple of years as Prop 48 has become a factor.
Big factor. And we look at it as, you know, when we come out and recruit a youngster, he's academically got to be solid. He's got to be athletically inclined. It's an investment. When we come out and sign, we've only have maybe 25, 20 scholarships to give. We want to make sure that youngster has every ability to make it academically, to be there at the university 4 years from now, 5 years from now, and to get a scholarship on it as he leaves the university.
Okay, thanks, John. Scott?
All right, Chris, thank you much. On the punt return, Darnell Stevens takes it back to about the 34.5-yard line. Judson will take over when we come back with 8:34 to be played. Final quarter of play, live from Texas Stadium. Cowboys lead the Rockets 31-7. We'll be right back.
Want to know what's on KBVO tonight? Just call the KBVO TV Tonight hotline at 329-3900. Then the KBVO code 0042. It's easy and it's free. Just call 329-3900 0042 to get the latest on what's on KBVO TV 42 tonight.
Hunters, scope in on quality and selection at McBride's Guns. Your hunt begins at McBride's for the finest selection of quality firearms in Texas and the largest selection of hunting clothes and accessories. McBride's also has the finest selection of hunting boots, knives, scopes, and ammo for whatever you're tracking. And don't forget McBride's full line of archery and fishing gear at Austin's best prices. Layaway and revolving charge terms are available at McBride's Guns, 30th and North Lamar. McBride's, where the hunt begins.
CARE. CARE Chiropractic Center cares about Austin. Bring in 12 cans of food donated to the Capital Area Food Bank and receive all service on your first visit at no cost. Services include consultation, comprehensive examination, x-rays if needed, and adjustment. If you suffer from headaches, dizziness, loss of sleep, muscle or joint pain in your neck, arms, legs, or back, CARE Chiropractic Center can help. Call CARE Chiropractic Center and get relief at no cost to you while helping Austin's needy.
Time and temperature. It's back in Austin. Call 973-3555.
Tommy Ramey back at quarterback as the victory bus gets warmed up to depart Texas Stadium for the Carter Cowboys. 1st and 10 from the 34 for Judson. They'll pass across the middle. Oh, right in his hands, and he drops it. Stanzioni, the leading receiver for Judson all season long, the senior flanker, had one man to beat and simply couldn't hold on.
And Ramey put that ball right there. He put it right on the money. But right now I see number 11, Ramey, in the game, as well as number 10, Jinx. Let's see what's up for the Judson Rockets on this particular play, Scott.
10 and 11. Tommy Ramey, number 11, over center. Let's fly across the middle, and it's picked off by Jesse Armstead to the 30, to the 25, and knocked out of bounds on the far sideline at about the 22.
I think that recruiter from LSU had his eye on Jesse Armstead on that play. Armstead, who's been rushing the quarterback, this time drops back into pass coverage and makes the interception. You see his running ability. He has 4.5 speed, has played tight end, he has played fullback, and he picks up 20 yards on that return.
He's the young man that a couple of weeks ago, when they were trailing Marshall in in the closing minute of play. Went over to the coach and said, "Coach, let me go in and try and catch a pass." Had not received a pass all season long offensively. They shot it to him, and of course they won that ball game by a score of 22-18 as a result of the reception in the end zone.
And he's one of the most highly recruited athletes for the Carter Cowboys, probably the highly recruited athlete. He has been last week's recruiters from Brigham Young, Nebraska, Southern Cal, Oklahoma State, and Purdue were at the practice field with their eye on Jesse Armstead.
Is that all?
Where's all the Southwest Conference coaches? They're missing something here.
Well, of course, with the probation in the Southwest Conference, a lot of fellas leaving the state in recent years.
You know, Jesse Armstead just doesn't want to go to college to play football. You know, he's a good student also. As we see the turnovers in this game, Judson with 5, and that's been the difference so far. Carter with 3, but it hasn't hurt them to this point, except the one pass that was picked off and brought back for a touchdown, Scott.
Today's 5A championship coverage is made possible by the University of Texas in Austin on behalf of the UIL and TVG Sports. Any rebroadcast or videotape reproduction of this telecast without the written consent of the UIL or TVG Sports is prohibited. Jimmy Padilla, he is the key to the Rockets offense. He is an outstanding student, an outstanding ball player, and he is the center on this team. He is the one that they are attending to right now. It looks to be a wrist.
He hurt himself on that interception trying to tackle Armstead on the play, and looks like his wrist, he's holding it pretty limp there, Scott. Talking about Armstead earlier, you know, he wants to go to a school that has a good academic background as well as a good football background, and he wants to be a lawyer, and he's been working at that for some time now.
31-7 is how we stand. We'll be right back.
That's it.
It's over. We have nothing in common.
We never agreed on one thing. Ever.
Great. I need to find someone
more like me.
When you find something you have so much in common with, something so exciting, so refreshing, you just can't stop yourself from grabbing it and holding on to it forever. For the great taste of Pepsi without caffeine, try caffeine-free Pepsi.
Don't let high airfares push you out of the vacation picture. Fly our new one-way fun fares.
Well, you waited so long for a fare to get so nice and low. You really should fly now, you really should fly.
Southwest Airlines fun fares are so low.
How low are they?
Now you can fly just for the fun of it.
Why don't you come along with us, because we got a lot of things to do. You really should fly now, you really should fly. And you'll have fun, 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 flying Southwest on a fun fair today. Fun, fun, flying on a fun fair today.
Group on the far side of the field, the Carter Cowboys, within reach of their first ever state championship. Marcus Grant in motion, and a pickup of about 2. As you notice, number 8 is calling the shots now. Harvey Harper was the ball carrier, brought down by Mike Reed, but Brian Mitchell now, number 8, in the red jersey at quarterback. Time to give Robert Hall a well-deserved rest. He has played a whale of a ball game.
Okay, his stats to this point, Scott: 12 passes, 24 passes, 12 completions, 196 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Pickup of 1 by Harper on the last play. 2nd and 9. Jones on the carry. And looks to be close to a first down. Darrell Johnson on the stop, and the expression on the faces of the Judson ball players kind of tells the story here this afternoon.
Yeah, Scott, well, it's been all Carter. As you can see, their fans having a good time in the stands, hoping that they get one more score, knowing that will definitely put this game out of reach, even though there's still 7 minutes left. But, you know, you talk about Carter, and next year you're going to hear guys like Brian Mitchell, who's a junior now playing quarterback, and David Jones, who's been very instrumental in this football game, catching the football as well as running the football. Those two guys will probably be the stars for the Carter Cowboys next year. As we see the monitor here with 20 first downs for Carter and just 2 for Judson. And that means they had 2 at the end of the first half. That means they haven't gotten a first down here in the second half. My hat's off to the Carter Cowboy defense.
7:20 left in today's ball game. 1st and 10 from the 12. Brian Mitchell at quarterback for the Cowboys. Quick handoff to Harper again. Nathan Dens on the stop. Jones takes back into the ball game for the Carter Cowboys. Second and 7 from the 9. So they can still pick up the first down without scoring. Hand off to Marcus Grant. And Mike Reed on the stop for Judson.
Carter's defense, excuse me, Scott, Judson's defense has got to be frustrated, and their offense has to be even more frustrated. I think they have been only on the field twice. The Judson offense in the second half. It's all been dominated by the Carter offense.
Over the last 4 years, Carter has finished 5th, 3rd, and 1st in yards allowed. So they have been in the top 5 in the last 4 years in the entire state of Texas. And today you're seeing why. 3rd and 6, pitch out. Got some room around the right side. Anthony Allen finally brought down by Darnell Stevens, the corner coming up. As the clock continues to wind down as we get close to the 5:30 mark.
Carter wants to score here, but they also want to work on the clock. That's a pitch from Brian Mitchell to Anthony Allen, and normally Carter has the speed, but Darnell Stevens, he has some speed too, and he's chased down Allen on that play. Stop him short of getting in the end zone.
Mike Word injured down there, but apparently is up now and all right. Here he comes, coming back out of the ball game, number 52. Thinks better of it, so they'll get some help in for him. Outstanding right defensive end. We alert our stations along the network that we realize the lengthiness of this ball game, and upon completion we'll give it a quick wrap and send it back to your local affiliates as soon as possible. In the meantime, 5:24 left. Cowboys lead the Rockets 31-7. And we've got a timeout on the field. Judson wants to talk it over. What do you think about MVP? I'm trying to get my ballots here, and it's kind of coming up to the same guy every time I think about it.
Yeah, they had Carter's had some outstanding players perform in this football game. Jesse Armstead on defense has played an outstanding football game. Made a lot of tackles, 1 interception. Harvey Harper has run the ball over 20 times for effective yards, 2 touchdowns. Marcus Grant has caught a touchdown pass. But the man I think that deserves this most valuable player award is the quarterback, Robert Hall.
Well, I think I'd have to ditto that because he really got popped at the beginning. I thought the whole afternoon was completely gone. But he has come back and played some outstanding football. As you said, close to 200 yards passing, 12 of 24, and even 50%, a couple of touchdowns. So let's go ahead and give it to him now with 5 minutes left. The Pepsi most valuable player, the quarterback for the Carter Cowboys, Robert Hall, number 10. And he has indeed played an outstanding ball game this afternoon. You see the stats reflected on your screen.
Scott, he almost didn't make it this far into the ball game because he got hit on the first play of the game by 2 Judson defensive guys, and he had his bell rung, and I guess when he woke up off the turf, he thought he was in his living room watching this game on TV, but when he got to the bench, he found out that he was part of this game.
He got popped indeed. 4th and 2 from the 4. So keep in mind, Carter can get a first down without scoring the touchdown. They'll pass off the mark, intended for Jones. Mitchell way behind him off to the left. So as a result, Judson will take over on downs at that point.
Scott, we have an update on Petulio's injury. Jimmy Petulio, number 50, the senior center for the Judson Rockets. He has hurt his shoulder and he has been taken into the locker room for x-rays. And if we get a further update on his injury situation, we'll certainly pass it on to all the Judson fans down there in San Antonio. That play, it was a good play, but Brian Mitchell led David Jones too far. Now, for the third time, the Rockets have the ball in the second half, Scott.
And again, the 11-man posse, as they have come to be known this year, all over. Kevin Harrison, Nathaniel Savage leading the way, but it doesn't matter whose name you call out today. They have all done so well.
Yeah, this has been a group effort. There's no one, you know, you give Robert Hall the MVP because we have to pick somebody, and he certainly has the MVP stats and was a big factor in this ball game. But the whole Carter Cowboy team, including Coach Freddie James and the coaching staff, have done an outstanding job.
Pitch back to Arnell. Up close to the 15-yard line before he is finally pushed out by somebody called Jesse Armstead. Have we said that name this afternoon?
Yeah, I think we've heard him. You see the Judson Rockets, the miscues there that have led to 17 points, 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles. It has led to 17 points, and that's probably been the difference in this ball game.
Turnovers again the difference in this ball game. 31-7 is how we now stand, and 17 of those points accountable as a result of turnovers. 4:39 left. Pitch back again to Kyle Arnell, and forget it. Cedric Buckley. Derek Evans, the other All-American in this defensive secondary.
Well, Judson tried to run it out of there in a situation with 4:14 and counting. Nothing happening here, so they're going to have to punt the football once again, and that gives Carter a chance to add to